So I finally sat down and played Halo 5's campaign. This campaign took me a total of like 3 days to finish just because of how much I didn't want to play it. For the first 3 hours I streamed this game, and by the end of it, you could tell that I was done with this campaign already. It's just so boring. It's just so boring. The fucking gameplay part of Halo 5 is so boring, dude. Like, this is fucking ass. This is the next Halo 5. Right there. It's got a whopping 15 missions, but I'm not going to take you through every mission in today's video. But what I am going to talk about is some of the things that I found to be quite annoying. So if you would like to skip to any of the timestamps below, feel free. And those timestamps are as follows: art style, gameplay, characters, and story. But when talking about all of this, we have to at least see what I did like about the campaign. Okay, I feel like we should talk about the elephant in the room, which is, of course, the new developers. Introducing 343 Industries.
I got an opportunity not just to steward this franchise, but to think about the canvas that we wanted to create, where we could tell stories for the next 2 decades in this epic sci-fi world that I love.
These guys made the fan favorite CE Anniversary, with stunning new graphics that totally won't follow the game's original design, an awesome remastered multiplayer that wasn't half-baked at all, and how could I forget Halo 4, a new beginning for Halo. And so moving on from Halo 4, we get to look at Halo 5. With the release of Halo 5, there were a few flaws in the multiplayer, but those problems were later solved down the road. But, and a big one, the campaign is where the problems start to arise. It's quite obvious Halo 5 is by far the most controversial game in the series, with its new movement, change in graphics, and of course, what you are all here for, its awful campaign. Watching the early development for Halo 5, you can clearly understand they had no idea what they were going for. My favorite part about this whole campaign is that it has nothing to do with the rings, seen in previous titles. Now with that intro out of the way, let's talk about the first major problem in Halo 5's campaign. Art style. With Halo Combat Evolved, we got a gritty and uncomfortable yet beautiful art style. With its massive Forerunner structures and strange shapes, it's simply beautiful. In Halo 2, we got more of these mysterious structures, but the art style stayed pretty much the same, with a few minor changes that didn't break the boundary of Halo's story and gameplay. The same can be said for 3 and Reach. But in Halo 4 and 5, my issue with these structures is that there is so much on my screen. Not only that, but everything looks brand new, nice and shiny. With Halo 2, you can really understand what these structures were. They were old, forgotten, mysterious in a way that made you really think what was going on before. There's so much mystery around Bungie's Forerunners. With 343, they went with this futuristic and robotic style. And speaking of robots, we have the enemy design. The Prometheans, I absolutely hate. They look terrible. I hate their colors. I hate the way they're shaped. I just don't like these enemies. They're also not fun to fight, but I'll get into that later. Still on the topic of enemy design, we have the Covenant. Just showing you Bungie's style to 343's, you can clearly see the difference in the Covenant. The mandibles on the elites, ugly faces and round tank on the grunt's back, jackals with a weird looking body. You get my point. Sure, you can like these designs, but let me tell you, the majority of the Halo community hates this art style. And a quick side note, all of this was later fixed by 343 with the release of Halo Infinite. And let me tell you, I am so glad they fixed this because they would have killed their newest release. Wait, 1 second. I got a phone call. Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, hey, so they did it.
I'm sorry, they did what? Who are we talking about?
343. They released the game unfinished.
Oh, so they pretty much killed the game.
Yeah.
One thing I hated was the look of the grunts. They used to be these cute little guys, and are now these ugly looking gremlins. What I do like about the grunts in Halo 5 is that they changed the voice from Halo 4. Because let me tell you, if you felt bad killing grunts in Bungie's games, well, 343 went for the exact opposite. Not at any point did I feel bad killing these guys. Wanna know why? It's not the design or the weapons they used, it is their voice. For some stupid reason, 343 made the grunts sound so bad that my guess is the community complained so much that they switched it to the legend, the grunt, Joe Staten. And rest in peace, Joe. We miss you. This may sound a little bit too specific, but I noticed that in one section on, I believe the mission was Argent Moon, the jackals and elites looked the exact same. Dude, why do the jackals look like elites? Like, Dude, from afar, this looked like in Elite, bro. Like, I feel like in Bungie's games, there was always a distinct feature about an enemy. Grunts were the little cannon fodder guys, Jackals had shields or even snipers. I just don't like this design. In Halo 2, we had the jetpack elites, and those guys looked so cool. And I feel like they could have done this in Halo 5, but they didn't. And this art style is just horrible. Everything about this game looks really ugly. There wasn't a single thing that I liked about it. And to end off this part, I just want to say that the art style in any game is what really immerses a player. One game in particular that I've been having a lot of fun with lately is Subnautica. I may be making a video on this, I don't know. And this game's art design alone makes me feel so immersed. The same cannot be said for Halo 5. Gameplay. In every Halo game, I always enjoy shooting at enemies. But in this game, it almost feels like it's too much. Hey, in case you didn't, shoot enough Prometheans, here's some more. Go kill some more soldiers. Every mission just feels like I'm playing Firefight, fighting off waves and waves and waves of enemies. It gets super repetitive. And the worst part is the vehicle combat sections aren't even fun. Driving around in a Phaeton or Banshee, it doesn't even feel fun. These vehicles are pretty boring, and I'm pretty sure there wasn't a single moment where I was able to use the Wasp, which is very strange because in every single Halo title, they allow you to use every vehicle. Because I didn't want to play this campaign that much, I played on normal, so I didn't have much to care about when fighting enemies. I thought the enemies to fight up against wasn't that fun, and they weren't too overpowered luckily, so I was able to usually go through the campaign with ease. One thing I did find to bother me a lot though was the ammo capacity that you got at the start of each level. I know that I compare a lot of the things to Bungie games, but that's because there's a standard, and all I am doing right now is showing you what we had and what we have now. When starting up a level with a certain weapon, you are usually given a lot more ammo so you can use that weapon for a long period. If you look at the ammo size on any starting weapon in any level, you'll notice that it's extremely low. And not even making it to the halfway point of each level, you'll have to switch your gun out. And not just one gun. Nope, you'll have to switch to your secondary and then switch that one out too. They don't give you enough ammo. Full stop. You just don't get enough ammo, so you have to pick up all of the other weapons, and so it just ruins the fun because I don't want to use other weapons. I want to keep my same battle rifle and pistol. Sure, at times it's fun using other guns, but I hate why I had to switch these guns out so quickly. Another thing that could be said for gameplay is having teammates with you. These guys are the most brain-dead, useless characters I have ever seen in a video game. These side characters were supposed to shoot enemies and basically revive you when you got downed. However, when playing the campaign, there was a few times where these AI just wouldn't revive me. They straight up don't care about you, and this sucks. One thing I will say that I didn't really mind was the thruster pack. I know a lot of people didn't like this when the game first came out, and they didn't like this in a lot of other games. Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Titanfall. This is where Halo 5 got inspiration from. Sure, you can hate on it, but I personally didn't mind it, but it's understandable why we stepped away from this type of gameplay. Characters. With Halo 5 brought a plethora of new characters. Ones that you might have heard about from the books. Linda, Frederick, Kelly, Olympia Vale, Edward Buck, Jameson Locke. The idea was there, but the execution was absolutely horrifying. Remember Lasky from Halo 4? He felt like a leader. He felt like he was doing something, playing a good role in the story. Well, in this game, he does jack shit. Same could be said for pretty much all of the characters. Wait, is Palmer with us? What has Palmer done, like, in Halo 5 and 4? You know how they have that one specific feature that makes them really cool? Well, there's none of that in this game. Linda, the sniper. There's no scene with her doing anything cool with the sniper. Halsey, her arm is missing. How the hell did that happen? Buck is a Spartan? Arbiter looks like this? Who the hell is Jewel Mandama? The problem with the characters is there's no direction for any of them. They're just cardboard cutouts. They spit a little bit of dialogue, and when they do, it's absolutely horrendous.
Chief, what's happening to that building when we use these consoles?
I don't know.
What did this?
I don't know.
What's Cortana up to, Chief?
Why'd she bring us here?
I don't know.
I literally have to look up all the characters because I forgot what their names were in Halo 5. What I think they shouldn't have done is added in so many characters all at once. Now let's talk about the big green guy, Master Chief. He sucks in this game. We don't even get to play as him.
I don't know.
We play as him for like 3 missions, tops. And all of those missions are boring. Nothing really exciting happens. He just has PTSD from losing Cortana, which is cool. But again, the story is just stupid. It should be about the rings. It should have the Flood. This is what Halo was about. Not about this stupid drama story that's like forced. There was one part that I really liked, and that's between Locke and the Arbiter. When Locke is staying at the camp on Sang Helios, the Arbiter mentions that he was like trying to assassinate him somehow.
I'm a Spartan now, sir.
I know who you are. You were an agent when you volunteered to execute me.
I saved your life today.
Yet now you hunt another Spartan. The greatest of your clan.
But they don't go into this. They don't show a flashback. They don't talk about it. They basically mention it, and then that's it. How did Locke become a Spartan? And before you tell me in the comments, no, I'm not watching Nightfall. The characters in Halo 5 are really bad. And if you think that I explained it really bad, well, do me a favor, go play it for yourself. So, we finally made it to the last part. The story. And to keep it short, because this video has taken me 2 months to edit, basically Cortana wants to take over the universe and be like God and like, you know, save everyone, all this bullshit. It's a really bad story, and to be honest with you guys, to be 100% honest with you, I don't want to edit this video. I'm done with it. So that's all you're gonna get. Go check out the socials. This is the worst campaign I've ever played, honestly. I never want to play this shit again. I really don't.
The Banshee remains inoperative. I do not yet understand why. Figure it out. We need every Banshee in the air.
Did you check the anti-gravity drive?
That is not the problem, human.
Did you check the anti-gravity drive?
That is not the problem, human.
Did you check the anti-gravity drive?
That is not the problem, human.
Did you check the anti-gravity drive?